and all. This is my second lecture on the topic stereochemistry. Friends, today we are going to study the points relative specification of configuration like D and L notations, then absolute specification of configurations, that is R and S notations with various examples. Now let us see first of all the relative configuration or relative specification of configuration. Now here two compounds are said to have same relative configuration about an asymmetric center, or that is the chiral center, if one means one compound can be converted to the other compound by a reaction that does not involve breaking and making of bonds to the asymmetric center or to the chiral center. So such two compounds are said to have same relative configuration. It means that one compound is converted into other compound without making or breaking of bonds at the chiral center. So these two compounds are said to have same relative configuration. For example, suppose this 2-methyl 1-butanol can be converted into 1-chloro 2-methyl butane by treatment with hydrochloric acid. Now here this is the 2-methyl 1-butanol and this is the asymmetric carbon atom, and it can be converted, this 2-methyl 1-butanol, into this 1-chloro 2-methyl 2-butane by treatment with hydrochloric acid. It means here this hydroxyl group is replaced by this Cl or chlorine, and at the asymmetric center, or say here asymmetric carbon atom, there is no making or breaking of the bond occurs. So this one compound can be converted into other without making or breaking of the bonds at the asymmetric carbon atom. So these two compounds are said to have same relative configuration. Now let's see here the D and L notation. So in this method, some arbitrary molecule of known configuration is selected as reference, and then the configuration of other molecule is decided. And in case of carbohydrates, the standard chosen was glyceraldehyde. So for the relative configuration of carbohydrates, the reference or the standard chosen is this glyceraldehyde, and absolute configuration of dextro and levoglyceraldehyde is shown here. This is the absolute configuration of dextroglyceraldehyde and it is designated as D, and it is the reference structure for the carbohydrates. This capital D that indicates the hydroxyl group is to the right hand side, and here the levoglyceraldehyde, that is here negative sign that indicates the levoglyceraldehyde, and this L that indicates the hydroxyl group is to the left hand side. So these are the two structures which are taken as reference to designate the D and L notations for the other examples of carbohydrates. So this structure 1 of glyceraldehyde, in which the hydroxyl group on right side of the molecule is denoted as D-glyceraldehyde, whereas in structure 2 of the glyceraldehyde, where the hydroxyl group is to the left hand side of the molecule, is denoted as L-glyceraldehyde. This type of system can be extended to optically active compounds with some rules. Now the important rules are here to decide the D and L notations. The first rule is the longest carbon chain is we have to select, and that is taken vertical, and the most highly oxidized end of the carbon chain, that is taken at the top side or at the top. The third rule is here, that is at each center, it means at each carbon atom in this particular selected carbon chain, along the main carbon chain, the vertical bonds point backwards. This is the third rule. And fourth rule is here, if the hydroxyl group or NH2 group is towards your right side, then the D configuration, or you have to give the D notation to the structure. And if it is at your left, means if hydroxyl group or NH2 group is at your left, then the structure has given L configuration, or the notation used, that is to be L. Now the signs capital D and capital L, that refers only absolute configuration, and the sign small d or plus sign, or this letter small l or negative sign, that are used for optical activity. That means the sign capital D or say here capital L, or these letters capital D and capital L are not referred for dextro and levo. So in other words, we can say that the dextro and levo rotations are indicated by the small letter D or plus sign and small letter L or negative sign respectively. In the case of hydroxyl acids, the convention is to draw the molecule with carboxyl group at the top. So you have to take the carboxyl group at the top side in the vertical selected carbon chain in case of hydroxyl acids. So this is the convention. Now this is the carboxyl acids or hydroxycarboxylic acids. This is the glyceric acid, which is levorotatory, and here the carboxyl group is at the top. This is the vertical carbon chain, and as the hydroxyl group is to the right hand side, it is designated as letter D, or the D notation is used. Now this is the second example where the hydroxyl group is to the left hand side, so the notation capital L is used, and it is the dextroglyceric acid. This plus sign indicates it is dextrorotatory, and this is the glyceric acid. This is the third example, which is the levorotatory lactic acid, and in this structure the oxidized or most oxidized reagent is here carboxyl group, so it is taken vertical, and in this structure as the hydroxyl group is to the right hand side, it is, or the structure is designated as capital D, so this is D levorotatory lactic acid. Now the fourth example is this one, dextrolactic acid. Now in this structure the hydroxyl group is to the left hand side, so it is designated as capital L. Now here all naturally occurring alpha amino acids belongs to L series. Let us see here, these are the alpha amino acids. Now here NH2 group is to the left hand side, it is the dextrorotatory alanine, and so it is denoted as L alanine, as NH2 group is to the left hand side. Next is a levorotatory phenylalanine, and here also the NH2 group is to the left hand side, so it is L levorotatory phenylalanine. Thus the letters capital D and capital L should not be confused with the letters small d and small l signs of rotations. Any compound having same configuration as that of D-glyceraldehyde is said to belongs to D series, whereas any compound having same configuration as that of L-glyceraldehyde is said to belongs to L series. Let us see here, for example, this is the structure of D-glyceraldehyde, and it is also dextrorotatory. Here the OH group is to the right hand side, so it is designated as capital D, and as it is dextrorotatory, the plus sign is indicated in bracket, D plus glyceraldehyde, and it on oxidation, the aldehyde group is oxidized to carboxyl group, and there is no breaking or say here bonds at this particular position. Now here the OH group is to the right hand side, so the configuration is maintained D as it is, and this on reduction, this glyceric acid on reduction gives the lactic acid, which is levo rotatory, and in this structure also OH group is to the right hand side, and that's why all these structures belongs to D series of the glyceraldehyde. So in this transformation, the bonds at the asymmetric carbon atom are not broken, and hence the configuration remains the same. Therefore, both the levorotatory glyceric acid and levorotatory lactic acid belongs to D series, and it has been found that the dextrolactic acid belongs to L series, means here this hydroxyl group, this is the dextrorotatory lactic acid, and where the OH group is to the left hand side, so it belongs to the L series of the glyceraldehyde. So in this way we have completed the D and L notation. Now let us see the new point, that is the R and S notations. Let's see R and S notations. It is also known as absolute specification of configuration. Now here the procedure is to assign the R and S configuration is important, which involves two steps, where first step is to decide the priority order of the atoms or groups which are attached to the asymmetric or chiral carbon atom of the three-dimensional molecular model, and this will be the priority order that is decided on the basis of the rules which are known as sequence rules. So we have to apply the sequence rules to decide the priority orders, and then we have to see the three-dimensional molecular model. This is the asymmetric carbon atom, this is the atom which has higher priority, then the second priority that is here given to B, so this is the B atom which is connected to asymmetric center or asymmetric carbon atom, and third priority that is given to D using the sequence rules, this is the D, and we have to view this molecular model. Last priority atom that is here E, and it is kept away from us, means we have to see this molecular model in such a way that the lowest priority atom or group that is kept away from us, and then view these atoms from higher priority to the lower and then again lower, and while viewing this three-dimensional molecular model, if our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction, it is noted or designated as R. It is a Latin word rectus. Rectus means right. And if our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this model from higher priority to lower priority groups attached to the asymmetric center, so if our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction, then this molecular model that will be designated as S. Yes, it is a Latin word sinister. Sinister means the anti-clockwise. Now let us see the steps. So this is the three-dimensional molecular model, means suppose this is the highest priority, then second priority that will be supposed to this one, and third two, and our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction, so this molecule that will be represented as or designated as R. And if our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing the molecular model from higher priority to lower, so then that molecular model that will be designated as S. So let us see first of all the procedure to assign the R and S designations. So the steps involved in this procedure are, first step is the 4 atoms or 4 groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom are assigned in the priority order that will be determined by sequence rules. So we have to follow the sequence rules. We will discuss the sequence rules later on here. And second step is here, that is when the three-dimensional model of the molecule is viewed from a position remote from the group of lowest priority, that is the group with lowest priority should be away from us, then one can determine whether a clockwise or anti-clockwise path is traveled in proceeding from the group of highest priority to the group of lower priority and lower priority. So if the path is clockwise, then the configuration about the asymmetric carbon atom is designated as R. So this is the Latin word rectus, means right. And if the path means our eyesight is anti-clockwise, then the configuration about the asymmetric carbon atom is designated as S, and in Latin the word sinister means left. And suppose this one is the priority order, that is the atom A that has higher priority than B, which has higher priority than D, and lowest priority goes to here E. And the three-dimensional molecular model that is suppose represented here like this is the general representation. This is the asymmetric carbon atom, and four different monovalent atoms A, B, D, E are attached to this asymmetric carbon atom. The higher priority, that is here, goes to A, and then second priority to B, and third to D, and last fourth priority to this E. And if we view this molecular model in such a way that the lowest priority atom or group that is away from us, then here the eyesight or the path is traveled in clockwise direction, so it is designated as R. And if our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this molecular model from the say here atoms of higher priority to the atoms of lower priority, and it is designated as S, as the path is anti-clockwise. Now let us see here the sequence rules to decide the priority order. So sequence rules to determine the order of priority are here. First rule states that if the four atoms attached to the chiral center, means asymmetric carbon atom, are all different, then the priority is determined on the basis of their atomic numbers. Here the atom of higher atomic number will have higher priority. And here let us see the example, bromochloroiodomethane. Now this is the structure of bromochloroiodomethane. Here this is bromine, chlorine, iodine and hydrogen connected to this asymmetric carbon atom. The atomic number of iodine is here 53, so it has highest priority than bromine atom, which is its atomic number is 35. Atomic number of chlorine is 17 and atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So as atomic number goes on decreasing in this order, so the priority also goes on decreasing from iodine to bromine, bromine to chlorine, and chlorine to hydrogen. So this is the priority order that is decided on the basis of this first rule, as the four atoms attached to this asymmetric carbon are all different. Now next rule says that here, if the two atoms attached to the chiral atom or asymmetric carbon atom are isotopes of the same element, then the higher mass number will have higher priority. Means if the two atoms attached to the asymmetric carbon atom are isotopes, isotopes means that are the atoms which have same atomic number but different mass numbers, then we have to consider the mass numbers. The atoms having higher mass number will have higher priority. For example, suppose here the hydrogen and deuterium, these are the two isotopes of hydrogen. Now this is the example. So in this case, here is the asymmetric carbon atom, and to this asymmetric carbon atom the hydrogen and deuterium, these are the two isotopes, they are connected to this carbon. Remaining are here methyl and bromine. So in these two atoms, it is impossible to decide the priority order on the basis of their atomic number. So here we have to decide their priority order on the basis of their mass number. So here, as their atomic numbers are same, deuterium 1 and hydrogen also 1. So we have to consider their mass number. As the mass number of deuterium is 2, so it has higher priority over hydrogen. So the priority order of these four groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are, here first priority or higher priority goes to here bromine, atomic number is 35. Second priority to CS3 as the carbon of atomic number of carbon is 6. Third priority to deuterium as its mass number is 2, and fourth or last priority goes to hydrogen as its mass number is 1. So this is the second rule. Now the third rule is, if the two atoms attached to the chiral atom or chiral carbon atom or asymmetric carbon atom are same, then rule number 1 cannot decide the priority. In such a case, we have to compare the atoms attached to these first atoms. And so we have to consider the second atoms attached to the first atoms. For example, in case of secondary butyl chloride, the methyl and C2H5 groups are attached to the chiral carbon atom or asymmetric carbon atom. Now here the relative priority of methyl CS3 and ethyl C2H5 groups is decided as follows here. Means here in CS3, means in methyl group, the second atoms are here 3 hydrogen atoms that are attached to this carbon atom. But in case of ethyl group, the second atoms attached to the carbon are 1 carbon and 2 hydrogen. And as the atomic number of carbon is more than hydrogen, so the higher priority that will goes or given to this C2H5 over the CS3. So let us see, this one is the example. In this example, this CS3 and this is the C2H5. So one is the chlorine atom and one is the hydrogen. So 4 atoms or groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are this C2H5, CS3, hydrogen and chlorine. So first priority that will goes to chlorine, second priority to ethyl group, and third priority to CS3, and last to the hydrogen. So this is the third rule that is used to decide the priority order to the atoms attached to chiral carbon atom. Now the last sequence rule that is used to decide the priority for the atoms attached to chiral carbon atom are here. If a doubly or triply bonded atom is there, then we have to consider equivalent to 2 or 3 times that atom. For example, suppose here there is C double bond O. So this is considered as this carbon is connected to 2 oxygen atoms. In case of suppose the C triple bond N, this is considered as equivalent to the carbon is connected to 3 nitrogen atoms. In case of suppose the benzene ring is here, then it is equivalent to the carbon atom connected to 1 CH, other CH and 1 carbon, means 3 carbon atoms here. But here we have to keep in mind that the real this singly bonded CAA has higher priority over the C double bond A. So these are the important sequence rules. So by following these sequence rules, we can designate R and S notations for the given structure or given molecule. Now let us see more examples. Let us see, first example is here bromochloroiodomethane. In this example, the 4 atoms attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are different. One is bromine atom, second chlorine, third iodine, and fourth is the hydrogen atom. Now first of all, we have to decide the priority order. So first priority that will goes to iodine as its atomic number is 53. Second priority that will goes to this bromine having atomic number 35. Third priority that will goes to chlorine atomic number 17, and last priority that will goes to the hydrogen. So let us see, this is the priority of the 4 different atoms attached to chiral carbon atom. So let us see the first structure, that is in this one. This is the three-dimensional molecular model or molecular structure of this bromochloroiodomethane. Now here we have to see the or view this structure in such a way that the lowest priority atom, that is away from the viewer or away from us, and then view first of all the highest priority atom, then second priority, and then the third priority atom. So while viewing this, our eyesight rotates here in clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as R. On the other hand, here this is the second structure. Again, while viewing this structure, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Here highest priority is given to the iodine, then second priority to the bromine atom, and third to the chlorine atom. So while viewing this molecule, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction from higher to lower priority groups. So this structure is designated as S. Now let us see the second example. This is the 1-bromo 1-chloroethanol. The 4 different atoms or groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are 1 bromine atom, 1 chlorine atom, 1 methyl group, and 1 hydroxyl group. Now here the highest priority that will goes to this bromine atom, as its atomic number is 35. Second priority to the chlorine, as atomic number is 17. Third priority that will goes to hydroxyl group, and the last priority that will goes to methyl group, as here the atomic number of carbon is 6. So let us see, this is the priority order of the 4 different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom. So its R structure that will be shown here. So here highest priority group is here, and then second priority atom, that is here chlorine, and third priority goes to the hydroxyl group. So while viewing this molecule or three-dimensional molecule of this 1-bromo 1-chloroethanol, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as R, and its S structure that will be shown here. Here this is the highest priority group or atom, and then second priority goes to chlorine, and third priority to hydroxyl group, and lowest priority group is here methyl group, which is away from us. And view this molecular model. So our eyesight rotates to anti-clockwise, or path of our eyesight is anti-clockwise while viewing this molecular model from highest priority group to lower priority group. So this is the S structure or S configuration of the 1-bromo 1-chloroethanol. Now let us see the third example, that is this is 1-chloro 1-ethylamine. Now let us see the priority order. Highest priority that will goes to chlorine, second to NH2 group, and third to methyl, and last to hydrogen atom. So now let us write here the R structure or R designation of this molecular model. So it can be written like this: highest priority is to this chlorine, second priority to NH2 group, and third priority to CS3. So our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as R, whereas its S structure that will be shown here, or S configuration is shown here. Highest priority group is here chlorine, and second priority group, that is NH2, to this side, and third priority goes to the methyl group, and last to the hydrogen, which is away from us. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So this structure of 1-chloroethylamine is designated as S. Let us see the fourth example, 1-chloro 1-propanol, which is shown here. The 4 different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom are here: ethyl group, hydroxyl, hydrogen, and chlorine. Their priority order in the decreasing order is shown here. First priority that will goes to chlorine, second to hydroxyl, third to ethyl, and fourth to hydrogen. This S and R structure or R and S structures are shown here. First of all, let us see R structure of this 1-chloro-1-propanol. Here highest priority group is chlorine, second priority goes to hydroxyl, and third to C2H5. So our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as R, and its S structure is shown here. This is the chlorine atom which has higher priority, second priority goes to hydroxyl, and third to ethyl group. So our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this molecular model. So this is the S designation given to 1-chloro-1-propanol. Let us see the next example. This is lactic acid. The structure of lactic acid is shown here. 4 different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom are here: methyl group, hydroxyl, hydrogen atom, and 1 carboxyl group. The priority orders of these 4 groups are shown here. First priority goes to hydroxyl group as the atomic number of oxygen is 16, and second priority that will goes to hydroxyl group 8, and second priority to this carboxyl group, third to CS3, and fourth to the hydrogen atom. So their R structure is shown here. Highest priority group and second priority group is here carboxyl, third priority to the CS3. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction, and hydrogen atom which is away from us as its priority is lowest one. So this is the R structure, or this is the R designation given to the lactic acid. The S structure of lactic acid is shown here. The highest priority group is here hydroxyl group, second priority goes to carboxyl group, and third priority to methyl group, and last to the hydrogen. So our eyesight rotates in the anti-clockwise direction, so it is designated as S. Now next example, see here glyceraldehyde. This is the structure of glyceraldehyde. 4 different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom are: one is aldehyde, second is hydroxyl, third hydrogen, and fourth is the CH2OH group. Here the first priority that will goes to this hydroxyl group as the atomic number of oxygen is 8, and second priority that will goes to this aldehyde group as there are 2 oxygen atoms, means C double bond to H, that will be the structure, and doubly bonded oxygens are considered as like 2 oxygen atoms connected to the carbon. So second priority goes to aldehyde group, and third priority goes to this CH2OH, and last to the hydrogen. So let us see, this is the priority order, and its first R structure is shown like this here. Hydroxyl group has highest priority, this is the asymmetric carbon atom. Then second priority that will goes to this aldehyde group, and third priority that will goes to this CH2OH group. So while viewing this molecular structure or molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction, so it is R structure of the glyceraldehyde. Its S structure that is shown here, hydroxyl group, then second priority that will goes to this aldehyde group, and third to this CH2OH group. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the S designation or S notation given to this structure. Now the next example is here chloroiodomethane sulfonic acid. The priority order is shown here. First priority or highest priority goes to iodine, second to chlorine, third to sulfur, and fourth to hydrogen by following the sequence rules, as the atomic number of iodine is 53, atomic number of chlorine is 17, atomic number of sulfur is 16, and atomic number of hydrogen is 1. So the S and R structures are here. First of all, see R structure of this chloroiodomethane sulfonic acid. Highest priority group atom is here iodine, second priority that will go to chlorine, and third priority to this sulfonic group. So this is the clockwise rotation of our eyesight. So this is the R structure, in this is the S structure, because here our eyesight rotates from iodine to the sulfonic acid group, that is highest priority group to second priority group and then third priority group in this particular say anti-clockwise direction. So this is the S designation given to the chloroiodomethane sulfonic acid. Our next example is alpha deuteroethyl bromide. Now here let's see, this is the structure of alpha deuteroethyl bromide. Now here highest priority that will go to this bromine atom, as its atomic number is 35, atomic number of carbon is 6, so second priority goes to this carbon. Now here third priority that will goes to deuterium, as its mass number is 2, and last priority goes to hydrogen, as its atomic number or mass number is 1. Now let's see the priority order. This is the priority order in the decreasing order. Now its R structure is shown here. Highest priority group, then second priority is here CS3, and third priority is deuterium. So here while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. That's why this is the R designation or R structure of this alpha deuteroethyl bromide. Its S structure or S designation given to this particular structure, in which here the bromine is here and second priority group is methyl and third to this deuterium. So our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the S structure or S designation given to this alpha deuteroethyl bromide. Our next example is alanine. The four different groups attached to this asymmetric carbon are NH2, carboxyl, hydrogen and methyl group. Now here this is the priority order in the decreasing order given to these four different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon atom. First priority or highest priority goes to NH2 group, as atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Second priority goes to this carboxyl group, as the atomic number of carbon is 6, and 2 oxygen atoms are connected to this one. So second priority goes to carboxyl, third priority to this methyl group, and last priority to the hydrogen. So the R structure of the alanine is shown here. So this is the highest priority group, second priority group is here carboxyl, and third priority group is here methyl. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this is the R structure, or this is the R designation given to this alanine. Now the S structure of the alanine is this one, where NH2 group, which has highest priority, second priority goes to COOH, and third priority to methyl group. So our eyesight as rotates in anti-clockwise direction, the designation is given to S to this particular alanine structure. Now our next example is here glyceric acid. Four different groups attached to the asymmetric carbon are OH, COH, CH2OH and hydrogen. Now the priority order in the decreasing order is given like this one. First priority goes to hydroxyl group, as the atomic number of oxygen is 8. Second priority goes to carboxyl group, as to this carbon 2 oxygens and another one OH group that are connected, and third priority goes to this CH2OH, as to this carbon 2 hydrogen and one OH group is attached. Last priority goes to hydrogen. So its R structure is shown here. Highest priority group OH, second priority group is carboxyl, and third priority is CH2OH. So our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. This is the R structure of glyceric acid. The S structure of the glyceric acid is this one, OH group, which has highest priority, second priority goes to COH, and third priority to this CH2OH. So here our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction, so it is the S designation given to this glyceric acid structure. Now next example is here 2-bromobutane. Now this is the structure of 2-bromobutane. This is the asymmetric carbon atom. 4 different groups are here. One is C2H5, second is bromine atom, third is CS3, and fourth is hydrogen. So the priority order is given in this particular order, that is in the decreasing order. First priority goes to bromine atom, second priority to C2H5, third to CS3, and last to hydrogen atom. So the R and S structures of the 2-bromobutane are shown here. This is the highest priority group, this is the second priority group, and this is the third priority group. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this is the R structure of 2-bromobutane, and this is the S structure of 2-bromobutane as our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing the higher this molecular model from viewing the higher priority group to the lower and then again lower priority group. So this is the S structure of 2-bromobutane. Now let's see here, the next example is 2-chlorobutane. This is the structure of 2-chlorobutane. These are the 4 different groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom, and their priority order is here. First priority goes to chlorine, second to C2H5, third to CS3, and fourth to hydrogen. So the R structure of this 2-chlorobutane is shown here. Highest priority group is here chlorine atom, second priority is to the C2H5, and third priority to CS3. So as their eyesight or the path of our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction, so it is the R structure or R designation given to 2-chlorobutane. Now this is the S structure of 2-chlorobutane, where our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this molecular model. So this is the highest priority group, second priority, and this is the third priority. So this is the S structure of 2-chlorobutane. Now our next example is 1-phenylethanol. Now the 4 different groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are 1 hydroxyl group, 1 methyl group, 1 hydrogen, and 1 phenyl or benzene ring. Now the priority order is here. First priority goes to hydroxyl group as atomic number of oxygen is 8. Second priority to this C6H5 group. A third priority goes to CS3, and last priority that will goes to hydrogen by following the sequence rules. And its R structure can be drawn like this one. Highest priority group, then second priority to the C6H5, and third priority to CS3. So this is the R structure, keeping the lowest priority hydrogen atom away from us. Now this is the S structure or S designation given to 1-phenylethanol. Now in this structure, this is the highest priority group OH, then second priority goes to C6H5, and third priority to CS3. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction, and this is designated as S. Now let's see the next example, that is mandelic acid. This is the structure of mandelic acid. Here the asymmetric carbon atom is this one, and 4 different monovalent groups are attached are here: hydroxyl group, benzene ring, carboxyl group, and 1 hydrogen. By following the sequence rules, their priority order is this one. First priority goes to hydroxyl group, second priority goes to carboxyl, third priority to benzene ring, and last priority that will goes to the hydrogen atom. So the R structure of the mandelic acid is can be shown like this one here. First priority group is here hydroxyl group, second priority group is carboxyl, and third priority goes to here benzene ring. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as R. The S structure or designation given to mandelic acid, yes, when here OH group is here and carboxyl group, and second priority group is to this particular side, and third priority group benzene ring. So our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this 3-dimensional molecular model. So the designation S is given to the structure of mandelic acid, to this particular structure of mandelic acid. The next example is 1-phenylethyl chloride. This is the structure of 1-phenylethyl chloride. The four different monovalent groups are here: chlorine atom, benzene ring, methyl group, and hydrogen atom attached to this asymmetric carbon atom. Now let's see the priority order. So this is the priority order given to these four different monovalent atoms attached to this asymmetric carbon atom in the decreasing order. Chlorine has the highest priority, second priority to benzene ring, third priority to methyl group, and last priority to hydrogen atom. So the R structure of the 1-phenylethyl chloride is this one, highest priority group. Then second priority group is this one, C6H5, third priority to CS3. So this is the clockwise rotation of our eyesight, and that's why it is designated as R. And the next structure is the S structure of 1-phenylethyl chloride, where the higher priority group is here chlorine, second priority to goes to C6H5, and third priority to this methyl. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So this structure is designated as S. Now let us see next example, that is lactonitrile. This is the structure of lactonitrile. The four different groups attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are: one, cyanide ion or cyanide group, second is methyl group, third hydrogen atom, and fourth is the hydroxyl group. Now the priority order given to the four different monovalent atoms attached to this asymmetric carbon are in the decreasing order. This one, that is first priority goes to hydroxyl group, second priority to cyanide, third priority to methyl group, and last priority that is goes to this hydrogen atom. Now let us see the R structure of this lactonitrile. So this is the R structure where the hydroxyl group is at this position, then second cyanide group, and third priority goes to this CS3. So while viewing this molecular model in this particular order, that is in the decreasing priority order, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So the designation R is given to the structure. Now this is the S structure of lactonitrile. Now here our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing this molecular model from highest priority group to lower priority group. Okay. So first priority that is goes to hydroxyl group, second priority to cyanide, and third priority to methyl group. So this is the anti-clockwise rotation of our eyesight. So this is the S designation given to this lactonitrile structure. Now our next example is alpha bromopropanoic acid, and it is also known as a bromopropanoic acid. This is the structure of alpha bromopropanoic acid. Four different atoms attached to this structure are bromine atom, methyl group, hydrogen, and this carboxyl group. Now the priority order by following the sequence rules of these four different monovalent groups is in this particular order, in the decreasing order. First priority goes to bromine atom, second priority goes to carboxyl group, third priority to methyl group, and last priority to hydrogen atom. Now let us write here R structure of the alpha bromopropanoic acid. Now here lowest priority group is away from us. This is the highest priority group, that is bromine atom. Then second priority goes to this carboxyl group, and third priority that will goes to this CS3. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight rotates in and clockwise direction. Therefore the R designation is given to this structure. Now this is the second structure where our eyesight rotates in anti-clockwise direction while viewing these four different monovalent atoms in their decreasing order of priority. So this is the S designation given to this structure of alpha bromopropanoic acid. Let's see the next example. This is 2-iodooctane. Now, four different monovalent groups or atoms attached to this asymmetric carbon atom are: one is iodine, second is the methyl group, third is the hydrogen atom, and fourth is the C6H3 group. Actually, it is the longest carbon chain, CH2, CH2, CH2. So it's 5 times, and one is CH3, last one. That is the C6H3 group. Now the priority order by following the sequence rule is given to these four different monovalent groups are: first priority goes to iodine, second priority goes to this group C6H3, third priority goes to CS3, and last priority goes to hydrogen. So the R structure of the 2-iodooctane is shown here. First priority goes to here iodine, second priority to CS3, and third priority to the CS3. So this is the three-dimensional molecular model or molecular structure of the 2-iodooctane, in which our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction while viewing this model from highest priority to lower priority groups. So the designation R is given to this structure. This is the S structure or S designation given to the structure of 2-iodooctane. In this structure, highest priority atom or group is iodine, second priority group is C6H13, and last or third priority group is CS3, and lowest priority group is away from us. So while viewing this molecular model, our eyesight or eye path that rotates in anti-clockwise direction. So the designation S is given to this three-dimensional molecular structure of 2-iodooctane. And our last example is here: alpha beta dibromo hydrocinamic acid, or its another name is cinnamic acid dibromide, or it is also known as 2,3-dibromo-3-phenyl propanoic acid. Its structure is shown here. This is the asymmetric carbon atom. To this asymmetric carbon, four different monovalent groups attached are here: bromine atom, one is benzene ring C6H5, third is the hydrogen, and last is this group, that is CHBrCOH. So we have to follow the sequence rules in order to give the priority order to these four different monovalent groups. So the priority order is this one: first priority goes to bromine atom, second priority that will goes to this group CHBrCOH, third priority that will goes to this benzene ring, and last priority that will goes to the hydrogen. So the R structure of this cinnamic acid dibromide is this one, it is bromine atom, then second priority that is goes to this group CHBrCOH, third priority that will goes to this C6H5 ring. So while viewing this molecular model, keeping the lowest priority hydrogen atom away from us, our eyesight rotates in clockwise direction. So the designation R is given to this three-dimensional molecular structure of cinnamic acid dibromide. And the S structure of cinnamic acid dibromide can be drawn like this one. Here the bromine atom, which has highest priority, second priority that is goes to this CHBrCOH, and last priority that will goes to this benzene ring. So keeping the lowest priority group or atom away from us, our eyesight rotates in this anti-clockwise direction while viewing this molecular model by following the decreasing order of priority. So the designation S is given to this structure. So these are so many examples we have taken here. So today we have completed the relative specific configuration, that is the D and L notations to the various examples, and here we have completed the absolute specific specification of configuration. It means the R and S notations or designations given to various examples. So many examples we have covered here. So thank you for watching the complete video of this second video on this stereochemistry. So thank you once again. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy, and keep it watching continuously. So thank you once again.